is how I play the game!
What is happening?
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh my god. I'm late today, obviously. Sadly, last night sucked.
And this happens from time to time, is I'll get caught up with stuff. I'm getting caught up with stuff. And sadly, it got me kinda, how can I say? Basically, last night I had a ton of shit to do. I had to wash like 2 loads of laundry. And obviously then I had to put the clothes away. I wasn't just gonna leave them lying around the house. And then I had other shit to do. I had all these errands to do. And I didn't have time to do any of them during the daytime, so I was trying to do them at night. And one way I thought, gee, this would tire me out, right? This would get me tired so that I could go to sleep. It actually had exactly the opposite effect. I was doing all these, you know, errands and everything, and it kept making my mind think about other things to do. And it basically got the adrenaline pumping in my body. So, here it was, you know, very early morning hours when I should be tired and going to sleep, and I was putting clothes away and sorting clothes out to donate and doing all this stuff. And next thing I know, I'm like, oh my god, look how late it is, and I got all caught up with all this shit, you know? It happens. And it's my, you know, obviously it is my fault. I let things get out of hand, and the thing is,
You know, now I live alone, right? I don't live with anyone else.
who can say, hey Phil, it's freaking super late in the morning, what are you doing all this shit now, you know? And, what it really is, it's kind of like what my life was like back in Connecticut before I ever live streamed. If you remember, I started live streaming in 2013, so really I only did it for about a year or so before I moved out here to Washington and I was living with, you know, my girlfriend. So for me, it's kind of like I'm back to having my own schedule, but because I have my own schedule, I kind of just wasn't, I need to be better at keeping track of time and doing things at times when, you know, when it makes sense. And it was cool that, oh wow, I got all these chores and everything done last night. I got all this good shit done, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Yeah, but then I didn't go to sleep. So here it is, like 5 in the morning, I'm in bed. I'd already been laying there for like an hour. I couldn't fall asleep at all because I had all this adrenaline still kind of coursing through my veins. And I'm like, god damn it, this sucks. So I tweeted at that point, you know, listen, I'm still awake. It's obvious I'm not going to be awake in 5 hours and then ready to stream multiplayer in particular, you know. So I ended up, you know, sleeping in about an hour, so a little bit more than usual. And I do apologize for that. I did say that the stream was starting at 11 or 11, you know, between 11 and 11:30ish, and it did not start until much later. So apologies for that. Also, I apologize because the stream itself right now started late, because Twitch is having all kinds of issues today. So, what are we doing today on stream, folks? We are doing Tekken 7 multiplayer. That's right. We are doing online gameplay with Paul and King, because those are the only 2 characters I've actually really focused in and played with significantly yet. And that's all we're doing today. I'm going to be trying out, I'm going to have to do all player matches because sadly, ranked matches don't work. And I don't know, you know, when they're going to work.
Yeah, my allergies are also bothering me, which sucks. This all started on Thursday.
I was sleeping, and I had my bedroom window open. Now, here's what happened. The landscapers decided to come by. I guess they changed their schedule, because if you remember, they used to come by on Wednesday afternoons. You'd actually hear them outside my window sometimes on stream. So I didn't know they were coming. They came early Thursday morning when my window was open, and they cut all the grass, and all the pollen from the grass blew up into my window, right into my you know, respiratory system.
And I woke up, I was like, ugh! Because immediately, you know, I have pollen allergies. And immediately, my nose congested, my throat swelled up. I was like, son of a bitch.
What a pain in the ass. And since then, it's been like that. Like, my throat is still kind of messed up because this happened on Thursday, and, you know, it may take a while now for my system to get better. Which sucks, but, you know, I'm doing my best here. I still got the fucking nasal drip and everything, so I gotta try to get it out of my system.
Ugh. And it's gunky and it's nasty and I hate it.
Goddess Cleo said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, and just spammed it again in the stream chat, so I am gonna address it, just to let you know how dumb your question is. Goddess Cleo, who's an obvious troll, says,
But Phil, if you don't read the troll messages and shoutouts, then couldn't they say that you didn't fulfill your contract and then they could dispute it on PayPal? No! Because there's no contract, stupid. No, stupid. No one signed a fucking contract. This doesn't exist. It would be one thing if you signed up for like a website and you had terms and conditions, and in the terms and conditions of the website there was a contract available that says if you send money that someone has to read a message. No! When you send me money, that's my money, period.
If I read your message, that's just an added bonus of something that I do to move out of my, to go out of my way to be appreciative of the fact that someone is supporting my efforts to keep streaming or keep making videos on YouTube. There's no legal contract to do anything. If someone tips me $100 and says,
Phil is a flaming homosexual with a micro penis and a hairy beast and he smells and he's a piece of shit and all that, I don't have to fucking read it. Are you stupid? Oh my god.
oh my god. And there's no contract with PayPal either. That's the thing. If you try to dispute any transaction on PayPal, okay, you need to provide a legal agreement to prove that there was a violation. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you go to eBay, alright, and on eBay, through eBay, there's a transaction that takes place. I don't know, you say you're gonna spend $100 to buy a collectible. Okay, and there's a transaction receipt and everything that you sent the money, it's all through eBay, and you never get that collectible. Now you can go to PayPal and issue a chargeback and say, I never received, you know, my item, and here's all the proof that I paid the money, and here's a receipt and all of that, okay? That's how it goes down. Without any legal agreement or contract or receipt or anything, there's nothing you can do.
If you send money to someone, you're done. PayPal will never give you back that money.
There's no legal agreement at all. It's just very silly, okay? So, I don't understand where these people are coming from. What it is they're trying to figure out, gee, how is a way to game the system, right? How can I put a million troll messages on Phil's streams, but still not actually pay him? The answer is you can't. Sorry, but the system is set up to be completely defensive for streamers and to help them out and to stop the troll bullshit. So you might as well just stop now because it ain't gonna happen. They did this on purpose. They set it up this way so that people without any legal proof can't do anything.
Mort, that's right. That's right, they call me Jim Bob. Mort found out the fucking hard way. And I'm sure now that he's $250 lighter in his wallet, he's kind of regretting the stupid shit that he did. If anyone's making it This Is How You Don't Play, and they're not offering it on KO Gaming,
then obviously they're a troll because they're trying to get attention based off of my videos. It doesn't matter how positive it is. If you know that there's already a program out there by which I am posting up videos on KO Gaming like that, then why would you post it on your own channel unless you're just looking for personal attention using my content? That's kind of the whole point here is, yeah, it was a troll message. It was someone trying to get attention for themselves by posting tips on my stream, and that's why I'm not going to constantly be reading out their spammed messages. So there you have it. By the way, I still have, no lie, I still have, two more videos, in the queue for fan submissions for KO Gaming.
I'm going to be double checking all the information to see if we did hit the May goal, and actually I think we did. I think we did hit the May goal.
Because a lot of people whose pledges were declined actually did update their information. So I think we did hit the May funding goal, and we are going to have our Indies Marathon, but I don't want to promise that yet. I have to confirm that tonight, but I think we did.
And then Third Eye the Third did another 50-bit cheer. And he's being silly, and he's saying stuff about my house, which he should not be doing. I know he's just joking, but he should realize it's not cool to say stuff like that, so please tone it down. Okay.
Of course, now that I'm in here, every connection is yellow. Oh my god!
Bitch!
And this is why I have to play muted, dude. If I heard that when I was trying to play a match... What the fuck?
Third Eye the Third did another 30-bit cheer, and he said, Soul, good man. You know I loves ya. No, I know you're just joking, but it's, you know, you gotta be careful with the stuff you joke about, especially because...
You know, the shit that's happened to me over the years. Let's not make jokes about people coming by the house and shit, okay? You know, I prefer not to put the wrong idea in people's minds, and then someone comes by and I have to put an axe between their eyes. You know, I would not like to have to do that, so just saying. Got some people out there who don't know how to control themselves. Why is that fucked up? If someone just showed up at your house and tried to break in and shit, you would defend your house too, right? Someone tried to fucking just show up and break into your house, yeah, you're gonna get an axe between the eyes.
He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children.
That's right, I'm a huge pervert, guys. That's all I do. I just masturbate constantly in front of children.
But
on purpose. I publicly admitted was a mistake. Like, it's a big deal, because it's not. I got completely exposed.